Allora raga, this is my market for SS Lazio. So let's go ahead. So our starting budget is minus 10 million. I mean, this is Latito. First we have to make 10 million, and then if we make, we spend. It's logical. Nah, just kidding. I think 15 million is a realistic one. At the end of the day, yeah, 15 million should be realistic, man. What do you mean? I mean, we're playing our Europa League, right? We've been saving money for so many seasons. 50 million, I think, is fully reasonable. So, my first decision, this motherfucker has more expulsions than wins. He can only play one shitty-ass formation, he puts players randomly, and we finished 8th. 8th. Nah, I don't know, man. This guy plays Wallace randomly, doesn't play Luis Felipe, doesn't play El Tucu. He's bad. He makes Milinkovic play defensively. What are we talking? Let this idiot out of here. And so, what coaches can we get? Mihailovic, he'd be my first choice, ex-Lazio player. If not, Gianpaolo, who is, I think, a decent manager. Right, so. And then, finally, you might wonder, who is this guy? Liverani. This guy brought Lecce from Series C to Serie A. Apparently, he's an ex-Lazio player, he's being linked to Lazio. I think he's a good manager, and I take a gamble on him. I mean, any of these are better than what we have now, honestly. Just bring any of them in, I don't give a fuck who. So, keepers. So let's see, here we have a position, the budget, and the players. So, we currently have Strakosha, Proto, and Guerrieri. And I just keep them, honestly. I don't think we need any changes, just keep them. So, left backs. We currently have Lulic, Lukaku, and Dormisi. So, I would sell Dormisi for 5 million, might wonder Lukaku. Why would you keep him? Honestly, nobody would buy him. We tried to sum to Newcastle, he failed the medical. He's good for 20 minutes, just keep him for that, man. Who gives a shit? And then I'd buy for 5 million Muro from Sampdoria. I think it's a good acquisition. I think he can do his job. He's experienced, he's a decent player. I think he'd be a good backup to Lulic, who I'd still keep for the next season. He's our captain, he's still a decent player. I'd keep him for next season as our starting left back. Then right backs. We have 4 right backs right now, way too fucking many, and most of them are absolute shit. In fact, get rid of 3 of these idiots. Just get them the fuck out of my club, man. So bad. Maruzic, apparently his transfer value is 10 million, I'd sell him, I think 6. Patrick, 1 million. Basta's contract's over, let him go. Just get rid of these idiots. So which right backs did I bring in? Romulo, we can buy him for 2 million, we have a clause. Abate, I'd take him for free, honestly. I don't know if he'd be willing to be our 3rd choice, but I'd take him. Evan Lazzari, apparently Spal are interested in Murja, we sent him on loan, he did pretty well. So 15 million plus Murja. We could maybe arrange a deal, you know? I'd happily do it. Lazzari is very exciting. But watch him. He can dribble anyone, his crosses are pretty good, great player. So for our centre backs, we currently have Acerbi, Luis Felipe, Bastos, Wallace, Radu. And then people say our defense is bad, but honestly, I'd only sell Wallace. Bastos is okay. I don't think we can get a better backup for less than what we sell him for. And then I'd only bring in Armini. Honestly, I think Acerbi, Luis Felipe, Bastos, Acerbi and Luis Felipe are good enough defensive duo. They're both very good players. And Radu is more than a capable reserve. I think that's more than enough. And also, we didn't concede that many goals last season. The problems were others. The central midfielders, we have a lot of them. So, this is a mistake. I don't want to loan Bruno Giordao. I don't know why this is here. However, we'd give Murja to Spal for, what's his name? For Lazzari. And Badel, we could easily sell for 8 million. Even though last season was bad, he still has a reputation. His transfer value is 11 million on transfer market, 8 billion. We should be able to sell him easy. So I would bring in, this is a big purchase, Rafinha from Barcelona. He wants to leave. Apparently lads are interested, and Barcelona want 30 million. Get it done, man. Get it done. That's what I'm saying. Then trequartisti, we have Milinkovic, Luis Alberto, and Valon Berisha. What would I do? This is a surprise. You might think, sell Milinkovic. No, honestly, this guy loves Lazio. We love him. He's a great player. Just keep him. Luis Alberto, he wants to leave since last year. 25 million to Sevilla or whoever the fuck wants and gone. Valon Berisha, this guy's always injured. You bought him for 8 million, sell him for 5, cut your losses. And so, who would I buy in? Krunic for 7 million from Empoli. They're relegated, that's his value, so they'll probably sell him for that. He's a good player. I think he would be a great reserve for Milinkovic. I'd happily do this deal. So our left winger, right now we only have El Tucu, and as you could understand, I want to change your formation from the shitty 3-5-2. I want to change it to a 4-2-3-1. So left wing, right now we have El Tucu. I'd buy Boga for 6 million from Sassuolo, who I think would be a great reserve. And then apparently we're getting this Bobby Adekanye guy for free. It's already done. From Liverpool. So I guess he is there. And then right winger. Right now we only have Pedro Neto. So that's what I do. We're being linked to Bruno Tabata, so I'd get him as a reserve. He plays for Portimonense. I mean, he's okay. Nothing good. As a reserve, okay. And then Verdi, I think 15 million. We should be able to get him from Napoli and never play him. And I'd be very happy. I think he's a very good player. 15 million. I'd sign off blood, man. So now our striker. What am I gonna do? Get the fuck out of my club, you idiot. This guy has been shit for 6 months. He's just draining money. He's bad. He forgot how to finish. He forgot how to pass. He can't control a ball. Every time he gets the ball, we lose it. We lose the action. I'll just tell you one thing. We won a lot more games with Caicedo starting than with Immobile this season. And who'd I buy in? We've been linked with Wesley for a long ass time. Apparently 18 million is enough to bring him in the club. Just bring him in, man. This guy is good. I watched some of his games in the Champions League. I like him. And also, I think he'll help our wingers out. Because we're playing a formation of 2 offensive wingers. El Tucu and Verdi. So, we have remaining 3 million. What do we do? Lotito, he has 2 phones. They're both shitty. So he's gonna buy himself an iPhone X. What's he gonna do with his 3 million? He's gonna buy himself Villa in the Bahamas for 2.5 million euros. I think he should be able to get to in the middle of nowhere on a beach. And then finally, he's gonna buy himself a Lamborghini Huracan to go through Rome for 200,000 euros. And so now, finally, this is the final formation. Wesley up top, El Tucu, Verdi, and Milinkovic behind him. Rafinha and Leiva behind them. The defense would be Lulic. I'd say start with Radu, then slowly give Luis Felipe a more important role. And then Acerbi, Lazzari, and Strakoshan go. I think this team's a lot better than the one we fielded this year. The midfield is especially interesting to me. Rafinha next to Leiva, Milinkovic in front of him. I think that's a very, very wonderful. Honestly, that midfield man will cause damage. Like, I don't want to be too cocky, but I think it'll be one of the best in the league. So Tucu and Verdi, 2 young tricky wingers who know how to score a goal. Wesley, a striker who not only knows how to score, but is a big guy, technically gifted and can help his team out, so he can help our wingers and our... Because you might say, bro, Immobile, he scores 15 goals every season. Sure, but I think this striker will enable us to play better and allow us to fully take advantage of the qualities of Milinkovic, El Tucu, and Verdi. Then in defense, our defense isn't a problem last season, honestly. We didn't concede too many, and I think with this team we'll be more than solid. I think with this team, I don't know, because other teams are only getting stronger, but maybe we can try to make a attempt for Champions League. I don't know. But I think it's a lot better than we have now.